hip hop. Man, this is what it was eight. I think it was 89. 89. They tried. People tried to put these tours together. They tried to put hip hop was blowing up, and they wanted to put all the different groups from the different regions together. So they wanted to take a Kid and Play and put it with a Ghetto Boys and put it with uh, and put it with an R&B group, like they put it with a Guy or a Tony or or MC Hammer. This is what we did in the early days, and everybody today, they just know hip hop, and these children that we breed today, they've never not known hip hop. You know what I mean? Which is
Mm-hmm.
interesting. But the cool thing was when we all got together, man, we were all from all these different places, man. We were from New York, you guys are from Texas, and these other guys are from the Bay and la la la. And then we got together, and we probably bumped heads a few times or whatever. But then we started kicking it and being like, yo, man, all these, and particularly back then, those regional differences, like that was a big thing back then. But then when you got to know somebody, you just like, yeah, man, I'm feeling that dude. So to me, the tour that you talking about in particular, and the shows that we got a chance to do together, they opened my eyes,
Mm-hmm.
because I'll be honest, as New Yorkers, we were like, we invented this, we walk around like, certain way.
Right.
But
Right.
man, when I got a chance to see the world, and I said, nah, you know what, hip hop isn't confined to one region at all. It can start anywhere.
Yeah, so we toured. We did a lot of touring together, a lot of touring, and so I got to know. I got to know you. I got to know Clay. Got to know Will Smith. That was crazy. Like we all actually toured together. All of us toured together.
Yeah,
Queen Latifah,
yeah.
Busta Rhymes with what was
Remember that?
Naughty by Nature. Leaders of the New School. All of that. We all
Remember
toured
that?
together. Ice Cube. We all toured together. But knowing having that, that relationship and knowing who you are, that's what like, and I heard about this when I heard about this meme basically that was going out, this picture of this person that everybody thought was this white guy that was posing as Colin Kaepernick, and people were coming after Jason Whitlock for it because they thought that Jason Whitlock was using this white guy and as a mock of Colin Kaepernick. So they was going after him. And when we found out that it was Kid
It was worse.
from Kid and Play,
It was worse.
it was like, it was even worse. Because I'm going to tell you the truth, man. We kind of expect that out of Jason Whitlock. I mean, I know that's your homeboy, and we'll get into that a little later. But Jason Whitlock is a bona fide buck dancer. You know what I'm saying? Like, that's just what it is to him. That's what it is. That's what type of dude he is. Because we understand that there are anti-black people. We understand that, and he's one of them in my book. Now, when we find out that this is Kid, how did this whole thing come to be in the first place? Like, how did that go? Like that, how did that phone call go or that meeting go to make you,
Man,
to convince you to do this skit?
well, I'll tell you this. Will, I keep it real with you. I know dude a long time. I know dude through Derek Thomas. And Derek Thomas, the late great Derek Thomas, is one of the realest people of all time.
Uh-huh.
And going back a little bit in the history books, because of Derek Thomas, we're going back to Kansas City, and we're talking back to.
Are you talking about the football player Derek Thomas?
Yeah, Derek
Okay.
Thomas. Yeah, going back. That's how I know. That's how I know Jason.
Okay.
He worked at the Kansas City Star, and he was a reporter there. They didn't like him there. And you know, his only friend on the team, or one of his few friends on the team, was Derek Thomas. And Derek Thomas was that kind of dude. He was a great player, but he was a great dude. You ever know one of them dudes? Like he was just the glue.
Mm-hmm.
And he could talk to, like, the grimiest dude, like, man, oh man, they can't nobody talk to that dude. And the guy's like, man, let me talk to that guy, and he can calm him down. Derek Thomas is that kind of dude, you know what I mean? So that's my connection with Jason on that tip. But look, to get to the point, I have friends that I have controversial friends, so to speak, that have a very varied opinions and stringent opinions on certain things, and a lot of things that we disagree on. Certain things we don't. I think what we were trying to do, what Jason and I were trying to do on this particular situation, was highlight the circus that the media has created on it, on the whole process, on the fact that they're not trying to hire Kaepernick, that he's not speaking out at all,
Mm-hmm.
that the NFL owners are playing possum. That's what that thing was about. Now, the problem is, if it's linked with Whitlock, it looks crazy on my tip,
Mm-hmm.
because everybody, he's an avowed critic
Well,
of, what I'm saying, of Jason. But you know what I mean. Look, I thought we could. You know how they do in the Bible? They thought you could split the baby. We thought we could split the baby, but apparently we couldn't.
but kid, I don't think that Jason thought that. I think Jason might have pulled a fast one on you, man. I just don't believe that Jason thought that. I know that Jason is a bona fide coon. He is, I mean, he wear that title proudly. And he actually gets off. He's one of those black people that gets off on sticking it to black people. That he uses his platform to ridicule and just play down black people, to degrade black people. He uses his whole platform, everything that spews from his uh, fat ass mouth is always something that's to denigrate black people. That's what he does. If you watch, just go back. It's like he's the specialist when it comes to black on black denigration. Anytime I can come after black people, we're gonna use Jason, because Jason is good at finding black people and tearing them down. Like he built his career on that. And now, if you listen to him talk, the only time he speaks is when he's attacking black people. When he's in attack mode, he attacks black people. He don't attack white celebrities. He don't attack white politicians. He don't attack anybody white. He attacked black people. That's his job. That's what he does for the network. That's why they hired him. So anytime I see somebody on the Jason Whitlock show, Fox, or something like that, and they coming in there and it's friendly territory, I'm thinking, okay, I'm finna see some coonish shit. It's finna be some sellout shit, because this dude is a fucking coon. You know what I'm saying? Like, I mean, yeah, I'm trying to get to the bottom of like why, how this dude convinced you to like think it would be cool to mock a movement.
Well, hold on.
Because Cap, what he
Right,
got going on, it's a movement. It's a movement.
right. But can I say, yeah? And you know
Yeah.
what? Willie, you're right. This is what I'll say. I'll say, boy, I I gained perspective, on this whole issue. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
And I'm not like somebody that I thought even needed to gain perspective. And that's okay, you know what I'm saying? It's okay even in your grayer days, you get, you get sparked in your head at what's going on in my kids who are in their 20s minds.
Mm-hmm.
And yeah, man, I get what you're saying, man. You know what I'm saying? If this is a chin check for me, I'm cool, man. You know what I'm saying? Because you already know you wouldn't be talking to me if you didn't know what side I'm on. You
Right.
just like, yo, man, what's up? You bugging? And I,
So, so,
and I get it.
so do you
It look like I'm bugging. It
yeah,
look like I'm bugging.
do you think
But I
that
ain't bugging. I'm not. Yeah.
so do you think that was that comedic side of you, that he appealed to the comedic side of you? Because you know, a lot of times comedians will cross that line because you always want to be funny and get that joke and be on the edge. You think that he
Well,
tried to appeal to that comedic side, and that's what?
yeah, you're absolutely right, Willie. But I'm not. He didn't put that on me.
Mhm.
I put that on me.
Right.
I thought that there was that line, or there was that lane that people could separate the parody from the issue. You know
Yeah.
what I mean? Like, I mean, Willie, you tell me, if I roll up at a Halloween party dressed like Colin like that, are you mad at me?
Nah. If I see if I
Okay,
see you
okay.
go, if I see you roll up at
Let's
a
say it was Halloween. You see that picture? That picture of me and dude, right? If that's Halloween, are you mad at me?
no, I wouldn't be mad at you if you rolled up at a Halloween party, because if I would see you in that costume like that for Halloween, I'd be like, all right, bro, salute. Because I would look at it like you were doing it to support Colin.
Right?
But
But you don't
but
even know.
then,
You don't even. But y'all don't even know. We don't. You ain't know what we did.
but
But you
okay,
know what
but
we do.
so
But
tell me
because wait, because dude was there. Dude was there.
who that?
You talking about? I'm saying because Whitlock is there in the picture. You
Right,
like that? You know what I'm saying?
right,
That's what make it bad, right? Take
right.
me. You know what I mean? Take. If that's me on Halloween, if kid from Kid and Play is dressed like Colin Kaepernick for Halloween, is that a bad thing?
That's not a bad thing at all if it was
If
Halloween.
now
But
I'm not standing next to Jason Whitlock.
if you're not standing next to Jason Whitlock, a person who despises Colin Kaepernick, he despises Colin Kaepernick, and he hates the movement. He hates black people who stand on to and stand against the machine, white supremacy. Anytime a black person stands against white supremacy, Jason Whitlock hate that, because Jason Whitlock is a sucker. He's a clown. He's weak. He's docile. He's a go get it boy. He's one of those type. He's a yes man. He's massa's boy. And so he can't stand to see a black man with a spine. So anytime a black man comes in his space, you got to be suspicious of him, because he is the enemy. He is not a friend of the black community. He is the enemy. His mama should be embarrassed, and his daddy should have pulled out. What do you? I mean, like the
Well,
name of that.
you know what? Well, look, Willie, look. You know what? Was this? This was. Did I bump my head? Yeah,
Mhm.
yeah. But after that, after that, man, check my resume. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Let when we and we can, and then beyond that, we can talk about, anything that you want to, talk about, that, and but I will say this. I'll say this. I'm I feel I have to appreciate everything, and you do too, because you know we're not we're individuals, but we're both part of groups and brands that are very important, and we have to be very intelligent about what our other moves are, because you bring that back to the brand, you know, the brands that you know that have brought us here. So I will say this, you know, I you know I regret all this. You know, this is bad publicity. You know, on Kid, and you know,
But you know
and I
what?
don't even want. Yeah, I don't. You know, I don't want. You know, I don't want to say it has nothing to do with Kid and Play, but you know, I am Kid from Kid and Play. So you know.
But you know what I do though, dog. I give you credit for standing up, you know, and speaking on it, because a lot of and humbling yourself, because I'm gonna tell you something. You know, you got a lot of people that's in your position that has the fame, that has money, that has success, and a lot of them that has that crossover success, that mainstream success, and where they're at a point where they really don't need the black dollar anymore, because they're getting the white dollars now. So a lot of them, they wouldn't have come on my show, especially to address something like this, and they wouldn't they wouldn't come on any show and just humble themselves. And I've been watching you do other. I watched you do a couple another interview, and you humble. You know, it's like you were like, man, I fucked up. You know, I see I fucked up. It's like when Dave Chappelle endorsed Donald Trump and said, let's give him a chance. And then he came back 6 months later, like, man, he was like, man, I fucked up. You know, this is when Donald Trump first was declared the president.
Really? Oh,
yeah. Yeah. Jamie was, I mean, not Jamie, but not Jamie, Dave Chappelle was like, I fucked up. You know, it's like, and that's the type of person I am. If I fuck up, you know, how epic it was, I fuck up. You know, we all human, we all make mistakes. It is because of your track record, because I know who you really are, is the reason why I wanted to bring you out. I wanted to actually give you the benefit of the doubt and talk to you about this first. You know, like this dude, Jason Whitlock, is a bomb. He is a crumb. He is an enemy of the black community. He is, he really proves, this dude is,
that Jason?
you hear that? That's my daughter keep trying to call me, and I don't know.
She said, "Daddy, you going?" She said, "Daddy, you going too hard."
Well, she's trying to call. Well, she's studying to be a lawyer, so she's probably saying you ain't going hard enough.
Oh Lord. She said, I got more ammunition.
Yeah. But here's the deal, you know, like I say, you know, like you got people like Steve Harvey when he makes a mistake, Ricky Smiley, you know, and they piss the black community off, and they get into their feelings and stuff, and they feel like they're too big. They're getting that white dollar now, so they're too big to come back and
hold on, but let me ask you this real quick, if you got a minute.
Yeah.
All right. Give me your opinion on Steve Harvey. Like how you know what I'm saying? Just not, you know, you can't, you know what I mean? He doing what he doing.
He doing what he doing. He cooning. He been cooning for a long time. I'm gonna give you
Lord.
I'm gonna break it down. I'm gonna show you the cooning that he does. See, I ain't gotta just hear these accusations. He got a long history of cooning. For one of the things that he does that he likes to do is like, well, I'll just go with you recently. You know, recently he was cooning on his show where he called.
Which one?
Oh, damn, you're right. Okay, so he had this show, the Steve Harvey show, the one that
the daytime one, the one that come on before Ellen.
Yeah, so he's on there, and this white lady asks him, well, Steve, you know, when I'm at these parties and I'm at social events, sometimes people want to talk about, historical things and things that I don't really know anything about. And, what should I do? So this is his segment of Ask Steve. So he says, out of all the things that he could have said, he said, you know what you do next time? You tell him, I don't really care for slavery. And then you walk off. And then the whole white audience is, ha, 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 ha. And I can tell you collectively.
They don't even know what they reacted to.
What they're reacting to is him making light of slavery. That's what they're reacting to. They're reacting to him making light.
Don't you even think there's some white people like this? Like, LA now. You in LA now. You know what I'm saying?
There was, but in that audience, in that particular audience, on that particular day,
they was hooping and hollering.
The majority of them were getting a kick out of it, and he could have said, "I don't give a damn about the revolution. I don't give a damn about the industrial complex."
All the things he could have said.
All the things he could have said. He picked slavery because he knows that's the one thing that makes white folks more uncomfortable than any other discussion that you could ever have. He knew that. So he threw out slavery to get a few more brownie points for Massa. That's what he did. This dude also was on his radio show, and he made some inflammatory comments about Flint, Michigan. He made a joke.
All right, he said something greasy. On some bullshit.
The people. He said something about told one dude he was going back and forth. It was a little banner on the telephone. He was like
talking about basketball, some shit.
Well, he was saying enjoy your water or something like your dirty water.
Yeah.
Dark water, whatever he said. But the point is this: these are certain things that you cannot joke about because people are dying in Flint. Even to this day, right now, people are dying. People are getting sick.
In this country.
I'm talking about specifically Flint because of the water crisis that they have. He's making a joke about the water crisis and people are dying.
Don't touch
and this funky bastard is making jokes. And he refused to apologize because he's getting those other dollars now. He stood on black folks' back to get where he was. And once he got there, he turned his back on black folks.
Walmart.
So, and then
this is Walmart. He Walmart motherfucker now.
This is the same dude who put his child's mother out in the streets. This is the same dude who put his child's mother out in the streets. And he's sitting on all that bread and he put his child's mama out in the streets. This dude is trash. Steve Harvey is a clown. He's a coon. And I said to his face, he's a coon. These dudes, they're enemies of the black community. And so,
that's why you had to step to me.
Hey man, gotta talk, man. Like gotta ask you, you know what I'm saying? Had to ask you.
And you know what? Guess what? Willie, keep 100 now. I know that, you look at that picture, that shit look crazy. Like I said, the first thing that popped off was they thought it was a white boy. And so they was mad enough. And then they found out it was me, man, the man that made it worse. Some reason made it worse. And you know what? I accept it. I can't. Look, I don't know about you, but I have certain friends that we're friends. But man, we're opposed on many different motherfucking issues. But we click on some other shits. But in today's landscape, it doesn't, it's not going to work. You're going to get lumped with that person here or there. So, to me, that's what it is. So, look, I gotta take my lumps with how the optics of that looked. And you know what? The sketch, the skit never came out. It's never going to come out. Which is
they're saying that he's
probably the best thing that could happen, because if they was bugging off the picture, they'd bug off everything else. You know what I'm saying? So, like I said, I got a Facebook post. Check me, Christopher Reid. Woo woo woo. I try to explain it. You know what I'm saying? But and like I said, and you wouldn't be hollering at me if we didn't go back way back and know what the deal is. But I get what you're saying. I get what you're saying. Those alliances, they don't work out always in your favor. I hear you.
You said that we didn't really know what the context of the skit was about. What was the intent?
Look, as described to me, and when I saw the rundown of it, was it was more about the media's coverage of the whole process. That you know this is what he was doing.
Mm-hmm.
Um, uh, the teams were doing this. The media was doing that. Was he gonna kneel? Was he gonna think? Just kind of like almost like a Comedy Central kind of overview of it. Not independent of what of Colin Kaepernick's stance on what he was talking about. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
I'm not talking about that, because when we're talking about that, that's where I'm at. But I thought that there was an opportunity to talk about the process of it, and what a circus it had become, because that's what it had become between the NFL and between the media and between other players and between social media. It had become a circus, and how he had being perceived. Like, look, there's fodder there. There's meat there to talk about what's going on. And that's, I think, and I know that's what we were trying to do. It wasn't like, what I mean, what did people think we were gonna do? Just sit down there and just disrespect disrespect Colin Kaepernick? What, was you gonna sit down and whip him? Or like, I mean, no. You know what I mean? It was, you know what I mean? This was this is separate from, it's separate from what the issue is. To
I
me,
think,
for
I,
me, I
I
mean,
think,
for
I
me,
think that's what you were trying to do.
right,
I
right.
think you were trying to, showcase, how everybody is kind of like this is all over the place, and this is like this
Right.
polarized
The
issue.
circus.
Yeah, it's a circus, so to speak. But uh, Jason Whitlock was trying to ridicule Colin Kaepernick. He was trying to further discredit Colin Kaepernick. That's why I say, for any black person that goes on his show, if you're going to enter, if it's under the context of friendly territory, you better watch out, because if you go on this show, know that if it's about a black issue, you got to know that he's going to take the side of the person that's going to be opposite of whatever is beneficial to the black community, or whatever side that collectively the black community takes. He's going to take the opposite side. That's what he does. So I appreciate you, man, coming on and sharing, giving us your side of the story. At least I really do appreciate that, because you didn't have to do that. You could have did a Steve Harvey or Ricky Smiley and just said, throw up the middle finger. But yeah,
we didn't do that. We didn't do that, did we?
no,
We go too far back for that. But guess what? I will say this, Willie. I appreciate first of all that you reached out to me and wanted to get my take on this, and want you and your listeners and followers to know that I don't take this lightly. This was a serious situation, and I came off in a very bad light that I don't like, and that I've never been known to be in. And so, I appreciate people like yourself to give me a chance to at least talk about it, you know, um, get some viewpoint out there, and also just let them know, hey man, I'm still that same dude.
Mhm.
We're in a we're in a different time, and you know what, and as a result, I have to take responsibility for positions and visions that I take. So that's what's up.
All right. Let me try to read a couple.
Bald-headed hoes.
Let me give you a couple questions right now. Hey, you guys, shoot me a couple questions right quick. If you got a question for Kid, shoot your question, shoot your shot. Man, how is your Ace Coon Boom play doing, man? How's he doing?
Man, he's doing great. I'm gonna see him tomorrow, and we got a show in San Francisco
Uh-huh.
tomorrow night. Yeah, where all this Colin Kaepernick stuff is going on. So that's great. That's perfect timing. Thank
Right.
you, kid. Yeah. Yeah,
Cool.
but you know about that, Willie. Willie know about that. Willie know about, like, they done got up so much ruckus in the town, because the explicit lyrics, and then they getting ready to come into town. How that go down, Willie? Back in '89, right?
What was that?
I'm saying, what was it like going, back in the explicit lyrics days? You gotta hit a town like back in '89.
It's a beautiful thing, man, to be able to say what you to be able to be able to say what you want to say and put it in their face. Like after being silenced for so long and not having a voice for so long,
Right.
it's important. Just like today, it's important because a lot of people feel the exact same way, but they don't have the voice, they don't have the platform. So it's a cool thing to be able to just basically echo their sentiments. Uh, the best thing. So this is more of a statement than a question. Dangerous, not said. Dangerous, you're not said. The best thing you can do is own your mistake at this point, kid. So that's what he did.
Did I
Uh,
did I not? Did I
that's
not?
what he did. He did that.
I own that. No, wait, and guess what? I don't own it. I don't own it lightly. Like, I don't own it like it really, it bothers me that I
Mhm.
have to own it. You know what I mean? Like, it hurts. It hurt it what I did hurts me. It hurts Kid and Play. It hurts Play ain't got nothing to do with this. It hurts both of us, you know. So
Mhm.
that's that's a lesson that I learned. Mona Lisa, tell me what I learned. Da.
Somebody, somebody. Man, damn, I missed it. Damn thing moving so damn fast. I lost the damn question. I saw the question, but I need to get the person's name.
Who knew? Who knew Willie D was
Okay, Big
IT?
Jones want to know: do you still talk to Martin?
We kind of see Martin out and about. You know what I mean? Like, he's still chill. We love Martin. He's, God, right? Who's funnier than Martin? Shanae. Forever Shanae.
Okay, Dangerous says, uh, how, okay, as kid, how did he not know that it would not that it would look bad because of Jason Whitlock? He knows how Jason Whitlock is.
That's a valid criticism. Um, I think sometimes you think that people can separate. You know, I have controversial friends. I'm friends with Jason Whitlock. I'm friends with Bill Maher. I'm friends with Charlemagne. Sometimes, you feel like you can separate the two. It didn't work here, clearly.
What's your favorite Kid and Play album? Mine is Face the Nation.
That's what the person said.
Yeah.
Man, love Face the Nation. No, my first one is the first one, Too Hype.
Okay.
I think I might have wrote every song on that album. And you know what? I love that album because that was the album I wrote like when I had a job and when the manager wasn't looking, I would whip out the notebook and write it. And those are the songs that became, the joints that we had, So that's what's up. Yeah, so the answer is Too Hype. When Kid and Play is on the mic, we're too hype.
Edward Wright says, yo, kid, this is a statement. Yo, kid, you live and you learn. We all make mistakes. I'm glad you're man. I'm glad you man enough to admit it. Edward Wright said he met you in Portland in 94. Ain't mad at kid. He's a solid dude, very intelligent guy.
You just reading it out. You ain't even, even if it's bad, you gonna read it right to me. You ain't gonna censor it or nothing.
That's what he said.
No, I'm saying you supposed to censor it.
Oh, I'm supposed to censor it?
No. You keeping it one.
You try to keep it a little PG, man.
Yeah, you keeping it real.
What's up, man?
You keeping it real. Right? He said, I like that. At least you came correct. Motherfuckers gonna tell you, right? That's what I love.
This platform.
He was like, nigga, you bumped your head.
Yeah, these people right here, man, that ride with me on this platform.
Man, yeah, right. They're mad at me. They're mad at me. They mad at you. They mad at you for fucking with me.
Yeah, some of them are, but like the thing is that, I'm always the type of person, first and foremost, I'm about getting an understanding, trying to get an understanding. Once I identify somebody that I can't get an understanding with, then I don't want nothing to do with them. But I didn't suspect you to be that type of person. So, no. Like that's why, I asked you to come on. There's certain people I don't have nothing to talk to because like I know what they're about. Like a dude like Jason Willie, I know what he's about. It's nothing to talk because anything that he says is gonna be a bold-faced lie. Like he just is. I know his action speaks louder than words. Everything about him says that he hates himself and he hates black people. So I have no conversation for him. Like just like with Donald Trump, why meet with Donald Trump? All these black celebrities rushing to kiss Donald Trump ass and basically kiss the ring, bow down and kiss the ring, like Steve Harvey and what's his name, the football player from way back, Jim Brown, and all these dudes. These dudes are stars and celebrities in their own right, but they want to go to the White House to take a picture. They're trying to get to that White House, man, to take that picture. And I don't understand that.
What good does that do you? What good does that do you if you lose your soul in the process?
That's my point.
Right. And I know, yeah, and I know that right. And guess what? My whole public life, I bumped my head with this dude right here. And this is why we talking about it. You ain't never heard me, Kid, play nothing about no kind of mess and nothing like this before now. Never. It just what I'm saying, there was a connection, there was something here. Try to do it, didn't work. And guess what? It might not be over.
How so?
Man, I'll let you know. I'll let you know.
Yeah.
Can't even, you know what I'm saying? Can't even let you know. Can't let you know right now.
Right.
But trust me, you'll be the first I call.
That's what's up.
Yeah,
again.
man. You know what I'm saying?
Appreciate you coming on, man.
All
Again,
right. Those was right. Right. Can we end it on the right? Can we end it on the positive note?
on the positive,
You know how
man.
much I yeah.
Don't do that shit no more.
Guess what? Guess what? If I even guess what? If I even consider right, can I I'm building a board of trustees for all major decisions. No, you're right.
Yeah, yeah.
Guess
Put me
what?
on.
Yeah, but guess what? Guess what? If a brother bump his head and acknowledge it, you know what I'm saying? Can he be redeemed? You know what I'm saying? Because it was a head bump. It was a head bump, maybe more than a head bump. But I ain't run. I'm not. I can't run away from it. I ain't gonna run away from it. I ain't run. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
I heard what you saying. He make people. He get people that's running away from their people anyway. I ain't running away from my people, man. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean? Our basis, kid and play is, you know how we come up. So I can't even have that. You know, that's on me. Have that fuck, can't have that fuck with our brand. That's my bad. I fucked that up. I fucked that up. A Mona Lisa smoking weed doesn't fuck us up. Like that other shit does. So like I told him, we tried it. It didn't work. It blew up.
Mm-hmm.
And you'd wish I hadn't considered it in the first place.
One thing about life, man, as long as you breathe and you got action, and as long as you keep waking up, shit, you can make up. So that's what it is, man. I appreciate you for coming on once more again. Hey, y'all, Kid Christopher Reid is in the building, and there it is. If y'all want to check this out again, man, just hit the replay button. No more talk.